So, in the last little thing I put up on YouTube, I told you that my name is Chandelier. And what I want to do is just let my light shine. So I thought I'd tell you about the chair I'm sitting in. This chair was Nano's chair, my grandmother. And I remember her sitting in this chair when she was 92 years old. They called me, they said, "Your grandmother's dying. You need to come and say goodbye." So I came over and she was looking very sad. And I said, "Nano, you've been interested in prayer, in Christian Science all your life, well, at least since you were healed of a nervous breakdown in 1910. And you've seen amazing healings in your life. When your elbow was crushed, when you were sideswiped by your car and it rolled over on your elbow and the surgeon said they had to amputate, you said, just wrap it up and I'm going home because I've read this book called Science and Health and I don't want, the surgeons wanted to amputate." She said, no, I'm studying Christian healing and I want to use that for this situation. And Nano, in 2 months you were healed, so why aren't you doing that now? And she just said, "Oh, honey." And and I found out that at 92, she was still in control of all her faculties and bored. And so she thought, I know, I will drive seniors to their appointments. And so she got on a list. She'd pick people up and take them to where the shopping or everything. But she'd also take them to their doctor's appointments, and she'd hear about all of the physical illnesses that they had. And she got very, very sick by listening to all this stuff. Normally, she was always very healthy. So I said, "Well, Nano, would you like me to read to you from that book, from Science and Health?" And she said, "Oh, no, honey." And I said, "Well, you were the organist. You were a virtuoso pianist, and then you became organist in all of the churches that you belonged to. Why don't I sing to you?" Oh. I said, "Yeah, Nano, I'm going to sing to you. And you know what I'm going to sing to you? I'm going to sing to you what I used to sing when I was 3 years old. God is working his purpose out." You used to love that song. So here we go. And I'm going to sing it the way I used to sing it when I was 3 years old. So I started singing, "God is working his purpose out as year succeeds to year." And I said, "Nano, you got to sing with me. Come on." And she said, "Oh, honey, no, I can't." I said, "Yes, Nano, you got to sing with me too. Come on, let's sing." So I start singing at the top of my lungs, and I hear her go, "God is working his purpose out." Come on, Nano, you got to sing loud. So she starts to sing a little louder, and then she starts to giggle. And she starts laughing. And she said, "Oh, I have to go to the bathroom." And I said, "Great, let's sing Onward Christian Soldiers all the way to the bathroom." Onward Christian. I helped her get up, and off she went trotting to the bathroom. Soldiers marching as to war. And that was it. She went to the bathroom. She had had some kind of intestinal blockage. And I'm so grateful because she lived then in perfect, she could see, hear, and the only thing was that when she was about 96, she went to take her driver's license and passed it, did all the, could see just fine, hear just fine. But she said, I don't think it's a good idea for me to have a driver's license. And my mother said, Mom, why? Why give up your independence? And she says, honey, sometimes I just don't remember where I've been. So she was aware enough to know that it just probably wasn't a good idea. And so on her 100th birthday, I went to her birthday party and I said, hello, Nano, how are you? And she said, oh, honey, I'm just fine. I can see perfectly, I can hear perfectly. And then she leaned forward, she says, but I just don't remember who these people are. And so when she was 100 years old and 8 months, she did pass away. But she had a long life of prayer and good health, and helped a lot of people. In fact, during Hellzapoppin, during the 30s, because of her understanding of God and man made in God's image and likeness, she and my grandfather realized that discriminating against people because of their skin color was ridiculous, and certainly not what God would want. And so my grandmother and my grandfather were the very first people to insist that African Americans could perform on the Broadway stage. And the Lindy Hop was recorded for the first time in the film called Hellzapoppin. So they did so much good for so many people. And when I sit in this chair, I remember. And I'm so grateful for my grandmother sharing this understanding with our whole family. She insisted on all of us being able to go to Sunday school. And so I'm very grateful for what prayer brought to my grandmother and has brought to me, and which I have been able to pass on to the kids in my Sunday school class and to the people around me. I'm so grateful. I'm just letting my light shine. So very grateful.